Economic growth defines the long-term trajectory of national prosperity. It shapes income levels, employment opportunities, productivity, and living standards. Growth theory helps us understand why some economies expand consistently while others stagnate or diverge. From classical thinkers such as Adam Smith and David Ricardo to neoclassical models like Solow and more recent endogenous growth theories by Romer and Lucas, growth theory highlights the roles of capital accumulation, human capital, innovation, and institutions. At the doctoral level, growth is not viewed simply as higher GDP. It is understood as a strategic process shaped by policy choices, institutional quality, and governance capacity. Growth driven by productivity, innovation, and human capital is more resilient than growth driven by debt, speculative activity, or resource extraction alone. Macroeconomic stability, meanwhile, provides the environment in which growth can be sustained. Stability refers to low and predictable inflation, sustainable public debt, stable exchange rates, and a resilient financial system. These conditions reduce uncertainty, anchor expectations, and encourage long-term investment. Without stability, even strong growth potential can be undermined by volatility, loss of confidence, or crisis. The key insight of this topic is that growth and stability are not competing objectives. Stable macroeconomic conditions support investment and innovation, while sustained growth strengthens fiscal space and institutional credibility. However, instability such as high inflation, excessive debt, or external imbalances can quickly reverse growth gains and deepen inequality. Crises illustrate this relationship clearly. Financial or fiscal crises are not random events, they often reflect underlying policy inconsistencies, weak institutions, or poor coordination. For emerging economies, managing this balance is especially challenging due to exposure to global shocks, capital flow volatility, and structural constraints. At the DBA level, your task is to evaluate how governments can design coherent policy frameworks that balance short-term stabilization with long-term growth and transformation. This requires integrating theory, empirical evidence, and institutional realities. In conclusion, sustainable prosperity depends on understanding growth as a strategic, institutionally grounded process and stability as its essential foundation. Mastering this nexus is central to effective economic leadership in an increasingly uncertain global environment.